The Arctic is one of the coldest, most remote places on Earth, so for a long time it didn't matter much in global politics. But that's starting to change. As ice melts and technology improves, the Arctic is becoming one of the most important regions in the world, not because people want to live there, but because of what it offers: new routes, new resources, and new strategic advantages. Start with geography. The Arctic sits at the top of the world, touching countries like the United States, Canada, Russia, Norway, and Denmark. As ice coverage decreases, new shipping routes are opening up across the region. These routes can significantly shorten travel between major economies in Europe, Asia, and North America. Instead of going through longer paths like the Suez Canal, ships can cut across the Arctic and save time and fuel. That may not sound dramatic, but in global trade, even small time savings can translate into massive economic advantages. Countries that can control or influence these routes gain leverage over global shipping. Then, there are resources. The Arctic is believed to hold large reserves of oil, natural gas, and minerals that haven't been fully exploited yet. As technology improves and access becomes easier, these resources become more attractive. For countries looking to secure energy and raw materials, the Arctic represents long-term potential. Russia, in particular, has invested heavily in Arctic development, building infrastructure, icebreakers, and military presence to strengthen its position in the region. Military strategy is another reason the Arctic matters. Because of its location, it provides a shorter path between major powers, especially between the United States and Russia. During the Cold War, this made it important for missile routes and early warning systems, and that relevance hasn't disappeared. As competition between major powers increases, the Arctic becomes a space where presence and control can influence broader strategic balance. Countries are expanding their capabilities there, not necessarily for immediate conflict, but to avoid falling behind. There's also the issue of sovereignty. Different countries have overlapping claims in parts of the Arctic, especially over seabed resources and maritime zones. As the region becomes more accessible, these claims become more valuable and more contested. While most disputes are currently handled through legal frameworks and negotiations, the stakes are rising as the potential rewards increase. At the same time, the Arctic remains a difficult environment. Extreme weather, limited infrastructure, and high costs make development slow and risky. That means the region won't suddenly turn into a major economic center overnight. But that's not the point. The importance of the Arctic is growing gradually as countries prepare for a future where access to routes, resources, and strategic positions in the region could matter much more than they do today. So the reason the Arctic is becoming important isn't because it's suddenly easy to use. It's because changes in climate, technology, and global competition are turning what used to be an isolated region into a place where geography, economics, and strategy all start to overlap.